touch my neck and I'll touch yours. You and those little high-waisted shorts.
Hey guys, today we're going to talk about the brand new Fireball, which is the evolution of the former Airwing. The Fireball has a dihedral shape that offers stability and power in all conditions. Whether you want to boost some big airs, or you want to put the wing on neutral when you're wave riding, or even putting on the side when downwinding, this wing has you covered. Thanks to the new shape of this wing, I can now get going even when it's blowing 8 to 9 knots. But because also of the great control and stability of this wing, I can use it in up to 25 knots. This one is 5 meter. The leading edge has been redesigned. It minimizes the turbulences for the rider and allowing better upwinds. I'm here talking especially when you're doing attack. This helps a lot because when you're pulling the wing over you, the wing stays really stable and goes upwind really easily. So I really like this specific feature of the new Fireball. This year Fireball, we decided to keep the 2 windows that we had on the previous edition of the Airwing. For us, the safety on the water is really important, so that's why we tried to keep it for this year too. We also changed the handles, just put 1 here and 3 in the middle. These ones are much thicker than the previous ones. It helps more focusing on where you want to put your hands and getting the more power. And this one is really good because when you're downwinding or riding wave, it helps you put the wing in neutral and it keeps the wing super stable. On the leading edge here, we have a special reinforcement, which is a Kevlar, PVC and TPU abrasion protection, which will prevent from any impact. Of course, it's best not if the wing doesn't touch the ground, of course, but yeah, it's really strong and prevents from any impacts on the wing. Finally, I want to talk about the 2 new valves. This year we decided to put 2 for 2 main reasons. The first one being that it offers more rigidity and stiffness in the wing, and furthermore, having a second valve is way easier if you have a problem with the bladder and if you want to change it. So talking about this wing, why I like it and why I use it in almost every condition is that the wing is super stable. It's really powerful even in light wind, but when there's a gust it stays real stable in your hands and you don't have any extra power that will unbalance you know. This year we also have the stiffer handles, and these are really nice if you want to do some tricks, if you want to do 360s or maneuvers like these. Previously we had many different handles and it was maybe sometimes tricky to find the right place to put your hands. So that's what I really like about this one. And also with the new system with the just 1 handle on the front, it's really easy to put the wing at the back of yourself when you're downwinding, or even putting it above your head when you're surfing, you know, like so that the wing doesn't bother you. So yeah, this wing performs in every condition. So as I mentioned, this wing is a 5 meter, but this year the Fireball comes in 6 different sizes from 2.7 to 7 meters. So 2.7, 3.3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 meter. I would personally use the 2.7 when the wind is blowing like maybe 35, 40 knots in some places like Maui or Hood River, Oregon. The wind is blowing really hard, so having a smaller wing is really good for tricks, for maneuvering and not being overpowered. But on the other hand, like in my place in France, or I know a bunch of different places where the wing might be a little light, having 7 meter that is really rigid and stiff can be awesome for summer conditions, you know, like when it's only like 5 to 7 knots, you cannot do much, the surf is not good, but there's a little wind so that you can maybe go out on the water. 7 meter would be awesome just to get going and just fly, you know, like don't hear anything because of the foil, and just glide, follow the little bumps, and have fun on the water. So I hope you find the right one for you and that you will enjoy some really good time on the water. Cheers.